Hi Taurus, it's friend of Messenger K here with your August messages. How are you guys? I hope you're keeping well. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to put your energy right there and I'm going to call in the divine and see what we've got for you. Divine, for Taurus, for the month of August, please could we have messages for their greatest and highest good. Taurus, as always, we are going to start off with your archangels and we're going to see what message they have for you. And just know that you are protected by this angel and they are going to be with you throughout the month of August. Should you wish to speak to them, talk to them, feel them, they are assigned to you for this month. Wow. You, my lovelies, have got my... You shouldn't really have favourites. I'll whisper when I say it. You've got my favourite, the Protector. I was just speaking about protection, wasn't I? You have Archangel Michael, one of the archangels, one of the lovely archangels that is there with you through the month of August. Okay, and this is about spiritual acceleration. It says you are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. So, Archangel Michael is the protector, okay, with these huge, massive wings, and it can hold you close, right, while you're experiencing something. So, have you had that moment where you think of someone who you haven't seen maybe perhaps in quite a long time, and then you find they've either messaged you or they call you or you see them just out of the blue and you're like, oh my goodness, I hadn't thought about that person for ages and now here they are. That is spiritual elevation, right? That's that acceleration. You're becoming more attuned, right, with your gut feelings, with your thoughts. They're not a coincidence. These are divine downloads that you are getting, right? And the more you focus on them, the more it will happen, okay? Nothing in this life is a coincidence. It's all there for a reason. Through the month of August, let's go in with the sacred symbol. For Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, what sacred symbol can they use throughout the month to help them along their way, should they so wish? What is going to help them? Karmic path. This is definitely, August is some kind of revelation to you about your own spirituality, okay, and how powerful your words, your actions, your deeds and your thoughts are, right, and how you can learn to control those, yeah, how you can use them for your greatest and highest good. We've got the number 8 for my numerology, people, and this is Saturn with all the rings around it. And what's it saying? It says karmic lesson, learning experience, hard work, perseverance and structure. They're your keywords. A new and valuable lesson is available to you at this time. This moment requires your due diligence. Pay attention to what is being presented to you, right? Have you been down this road before? Our souls come to this earth school to learn valuable lessons as beings and for the planet. What are you being taught right now? This moment may require hard work, but it will have many long-lasting rewards. You're not being punished, but are gaining tools and experience for living that will be with you for the rest of your life. Drawing this card also tells you that the foundation of what you're building is strong and is part of your legacy. This, that Archangel Michael's bringing to you, these divine downloads, this intuition, this awakening, right? It's there and it's happening for a reason, okay? It's so that you are in an alignment with your life purpose, with your soul purpose, right? This karmic path may mean that you need to leave some things behind, okay? But those things, they weren't there to be in this new era of your life. That's why you need to cut your ties with it, whatever it is. You also may be acquiring new skills. So I don't know if you are using tools of divination. I don't know if you're learning something new, like the tarot or oracles or pendulums and things like that. I don't know. It could be, you know, you're looking more and more online at things of a spiritual nature, right? Whatever it is that you're watching, whatever it is that you're learning, this is going to help you en route to your life's purpose, okay? And it's going to grow stronger with practice. So keep mastering those arts, right? I don't know, you may be learning something spiritual like Reiki. I'm a huge fan. I am a Reiki master. And I'm always, with my readings, I'm always sending all of you guys so much healing energy, right? But it may be something that you're being drawn towards. There is a reason for it, Taurus, right? It's because it's more in alignment with you. So don't ignore it. Go for it. We are going with our angel numbers now. Why do we do the angel numbers? Taurus, we do these to help you to recognize when you are in the right place at the right time. You will see these numbers as a small reminder that you're doing the right thing at the right time. You are exactly where you're meant to be. So please do look out for these numbers. They will be assigned to you, okay? Oh, hello. That's gone flying. Okay, so you have 222, exactly what we were talking about, alignment, right? And, you know, sometimes I get so overwhelmed when it all lines up and your messages are clear, concise and precise, right? We were talking about this spiritual awakening. We were talking about you moving towards your life purpose, right? 222, you're going to start seeing that everywhere through the month of August, right? Or it might just be number 2. You may already live at a number with the address with the number 2 in it. Quite significant. It says, how do you move towards your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest if it's piqued by something. Following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. And this is exactly what I was talking to you about. And this was, you might see it on your TikTok feed, or you've got all these platforms, these beautiful, wonderful places and spaces where new things come into your focus, into your mind, right? And it may be something that, you know, I've been around people, I've been a bit woo-woo my whole life, you know, and I've been around people who are really, it's just not for them, yeah? And they, not only is it not for them, but they're the ones that also kind of impose their opinions on you, and they're, oh, well, you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't do this, and I don't think that's right. Well, you go and think at home, right? This is what makes me happy. And you are going to find that things that may not necessarily have been in your mind's eye, they may have not, it may be something completely new to you, but your interest is piqued by it, yeah? And you've been caught off guard, finding yourself looking up these things, right? Spiritual things, yeah? And you're growing more and more interested in them. There's a reason for that, Taurus. Don't ignore it. It could quite possibly be your life's purpose. And because you've been drawn in towards it and something's caught your eye, something's caught your attention, all of a sudden, the universe, the archangels, your spirit team, they become aware, yeah, that you're inching closer edging closer to them, right? So they start to send you signals. They start to send you those downloads, that information that you don't know where you've got it from. You'll put it down as, I just thought, you know, how weird is that? I was just talking about that. It's not a coincidence, right? But what is listening to you is your spirit team, is the divine, right? And the more your interest is piqued in this, the more you're going to get those deja vus, those downloads, that little bit of information that you don't know where it came from. Keep a journal by your bedside. Pay attention to your dreams and things, right? Because sometimes their ways of contacting you are just really strange, and they might come, a dream may come to you, right? And it just makes complete sense when you wake up as to what it is you're being told. Let's see. For the month of August, divine. Mind, body and soul. We are asking you, please, for 4 cards, one for each of the weeks of August, and a 5th card that gives us the unknown. Please send clear, concise and precise messages. For Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. That's too many. We'll take this one. Dervish. Look. There it is. Your spiritual connection. Right? There it is. And the 10 of Swords. Okay, so you've got the number 9 here. 9 is the Hermit energy. This is finding that time for solitude in order to connect with the divine. Your message is loud and clear here, right? This is your connection that you are building, and you're finding that those moments of solitude where you are able to connect. It could be you are doing acts of divination, you are praying, you are lighting a candle, you are talking to your spirit guides, yeah? It could very well be that. You have the 10 of Swords here. I'm not sure what the 10 of Swords is doing here, but this is a lot about, look, there's a lot of pain and destruction here, right? We'll have a look at what that 10 of Swords is and why it's coming up in the month of August. We'll clarify it because this looks like something of the past. You're moving on from 9 to 10, and then we have oh, hello. Then you have the Son of Coins. That's your week 4, 5 of Swords. And you have, in the unknown, the 3 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, you have number 8. Good. This is the Strength card, okay? I feel like during the month of August, you're going to have to remain very, very strong, right? Especially with your mind and especially with your actions, okay? Now, what are we doing here? We're making this connection. We're getting this spirituality coming through for you. I feel like there are people that you keep company with, people around you. This could be partners, parents, children, friends, family, whoever. Those that surround you. They're not liking what you do, yeah? In fact, I'll go as far as to say it's against what they believe in, right? They don't like all this woo-woo stuff, right? And it feels like your actions are getting them really riled up, especially with that 5 of Swords there. But this isn't, your life isn't about them, right? We are brought up and we learn from our heritage, we learn from our culture, our traditions, our elders, right? But history does show you, not that I'm wanting to be argumentative, everybody has the right to live their life how they like, and we are captains of our own ship. We will choose which direction we're going to sail that ship into. But some of the way of the world, if you go back 100 years, 200 years, some of the things that were happening, especially like with these witch trials that were happening and all this negativity, this homophobia, this, yeah, we know deep down it wasn't right, okay? Now, sometimes what happens is that when you have an awakening, you have an epiphany, you have this light, this fire that is inside you. What that light does, yeah, is that it irritates the demons within others, right? It's not a matter of whether they're right or you're right, yeah? We all have to live our life in peace. And we must do those things that we love doing, even if it irritates other people's demons, right? You have the right to guide your ship wherever you like. There is the Son of Coins here, and I see that after this period of connection and after these discussions that may get a little bit, I don't really agree with what you're saying, and I just think it's a load of nonsense, and you know those negative comments, you get them, don't you? But, you know, you can't invest your energy into that. By the 3rd week of August, Taurus, I've got to stop. I've got to tell you this. I have this image just now, a little bit of a download. I've got an image of you on your phone scrolling and somebody looking over your shoulder and going, oh, you're not watching that nonsense, are you? Why are you watching that? What? That's a whole heap of nonsense, right? And that upsets you. And you're saying, well, it interests me. And they want to have this full-blown argument and conversation about it. But I feel like I need to tell you, when somebody is putting that dampener on you, right, you just have to tell them, it just interested me, so I'm watching it. And then just leave it at that, okay? There's no point having a heated debate. You can't help what you are unconsciously attracted towards. You cannot help if you're having a calling or an awakening. It cannot be helped. It is divine intervention and it's yours to have. So don't let them put you off. But I feel like they're going to keep doing it, yeah? Causing that upset. But in and amongst all this, I see that you find your way. In and amongst all this, there's a load of wheat here, right? And before, this person was stuck. Imagine a field of wheat or barley or whatever, and you're stuck trying to trudge your way through it. And all of a sudden, you find this clearing. And on this clearing, within this clearing, you see the sun for the first time, because you couldn't see it. It was blocked. The view was blocked because of all of this that you had surrounded yourself by. This opening happens, and then you see that there is a vessel here, this horse. There is something that's being shown to you or given to you, and it's directing you towards this. You can ignore it and go back to the blockages and no sunshine and no light that makes your heart happy, right? Or you can take this clearing as a blessing, right? And you can get on that horse and you can ride off into the distance. Use this as your vehicle for progression, yeah? You understand what I'm saying, okay? Take it metaphorically, not literally, but you see that clearing, and that clearing, it gives you the light, the knowledge that you needed, that you wanted, okay? And that's coming there for you. It's a struggle here because you're looking at your new self and you're looking at your old self, right? In your reflection, you're seeing that's the old you. That old you, see how it's under the water? That's suppressing now, yeah? And you're looking on and you're seeing that whole thing happening, and the old you slowly going away, and this new you emerging, right? And And sometimes spiritual awakenings are not a pretty thing, yeah? You know, your path is guided for you, and it's a choice. You don't have to do this, yeah? From this reading, I always say to you, take what resonates and bin the rest. But there is somebody out there who needs to hear this, yeah? That the old you is slowly washing away, and a new you is emerging. And there may be a bit of a fight, there may be a bit of a struggle, it may not be very pretty, but keep going, because this new you, it's so much stronger. And in the unknown, we've got this Three of Swords. I don't know how many hearts you're breaking. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what this Three of Swords is. I need to clarify it so I can give you a clear, concise and precise message. But there is some form of heartbreak. It may not be yours. It may be someone in your energy that's feeling this loss, this grief, because you're changing, right? I don't know, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. I could be wrong. We could be talking about a third party situation, but from the energy of it, it doesn't seem like a third party, because I don't see another person in that card. Do you? I don't see anybody else there, right? So that's why I'm saying it's not likely to be a third party, right? Okay. For Taurus, for the month of August, 3 clarifiers for each tarot card, please, for each week. The Hermit is clarified by the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, you've got the Knight of Cups, and you've got these coins, right? Taurus, I'm not going to hold you under any illusion, but there is a lot going on, right? I'm going to explain it to you one by one, but it's almost like this energy within the first week when you start making these call outs, shout outs to the divine, right? Your connection, your whatever you're doing, right? It may cause a lot of friction, but what happens with this is you get a clearer insight. You start seeing your ship coming in, and you start seeing that this actually makes you really, really happy. So why not? Why aren't you allowed to light a candle? Why aren't you allowed to wish someone, happiness? Or, I don't know, do some divination that makes you happy, puts your mind at rest. And as I feel you asking those questions and you feeling like that ship of spirituality, it's coming your way, right? It's naturally happening because it's divine intervention. And I feel like that's what's making your interest grow, right? I see you studying. I see you looking into stuff. It could just be scrolling and you're coming across the same things over and over again, right? You're learning about your Akashic records. You're learning about fate, fortune, destiny, fortune telling, whatever takes your fancy. Reiki, yeah? That kind of stuff. Who knows? But your interest in it is making you look into it further. This actually is making you really, really happy. It's making you fulfilled. You're feeling that energy and it's making you feel good. And you're thinking in your mind's eye, how on earth can this be bad? Or how can it be not right? Or well, whatever it is you're being told. When it makes me so happy, right? And there comes the conflict. Your head and your heart. Your head and your heart. And you're in this in the first week of August, right? You may already be feeling this energy where you're thinking, I know I shouldn't, but I want to. They're telling me I shouldn't, but I really want to. It makes me really happy, right? And the message that you're getting is go with that Knight of Cups. Go with what makes you happy. You don't have to argue your point. You don't have to get into conflicts. You don't have to offend anyone, right? You do this in your own personal time. If it's piqued your interest and you're wondering why yesterday you had a dream with butterflies in it, and you haven't seen a butterfly for over a couple of weeks and whatever, and yet you walked into the garden and you sat down, and then lo and behold, not just 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies in that time that you're sitting there. They're all coming over and giving you the nod, right? They're hovering and fluttering by you. And you're thinking, do you know what? I had a dream like this where I had all these butterflies. That is your divine download. Yeah, that is that pull. Go with your heart, right? But you don't have to be harsh with it. You don't have to, I'm making my point and this is what I'm doing. No. You just quietly carry on receiving whatever the universe is putting towards you. You quietly carry on receiving that, okay? It's not nice to be offending people, right? You've got the King of Cups. You have the Three of Cups. You have the Ace of Pentacles. There's news coming in. For your material abundance, your emotional abundance, and somebody that makes you really, really happy. Okay, so this 10 of Swords, this conflict, this battle or whatever, it's very soon people will just leave you alone, right? And in fact, they may just join in, you know? When you start studying this and you start speaking about it and talking about it, you will attract like-minded people, right? And this is your time. I'm feeling like it's your time. You're going on this spiritual journey. Whether you choose to or not, it might be a little bit too difficult for you. And you have every right to choose whatever you want, yeah? But I feel like this is just my knowledge, my opinion, right? Take it, leave it, bin it, whatever you like. It's just my opinion. I feel like I spent at least a couple of decades ignoring it, right? But it still keeps happening. And you keep ignoring it. And then it's like one of those spoiled little kids, right? And it keeps pulling at you. Like, I'm giving you this dream and then it's happening a couple of days later. And you're feeling it and you're seeing it. But you're refusing to. And it's adamant and it keeps on, right? So it's entirely up to you whether you want to embrace it or not. You might find it too difficult to put up this battle with everyone. But what I do see is a cause for celebration. And if you do choose to embrace this, then I see like-minded people coming your way. I also see an avenue for income, a new opportunity for income, something that you may not have considered before. 3rd week of August, Taurus. What are we getting? We're getting this clearing. You're being defensive, even though you can see it. You're being defensive, right? Because you're stubborn. You're an earth sign. There you go. You've got your 9 of Wands, your wounded warrior, and you've got the Queen of Wands. Right, what is this telling me? This is saying that the universe is showing you the light. It's showing you the way. It's showing you direction. It's even giving you the vessel to use, right? But you're feeling a little bit defensive because of your past knowledge and teachings and whatever. Feeling little bit apprehensive. And it's getting you down. Take control of that situation. Make a decision, right? You're jumping on board with this vessel or not. Because if you stand there in the sunshine like that, just watching, letting it happen, right? But you're just watching to see what happens, right? The heat, it can get a bit too much, right? So protect yourself. Protect yourself from energies that you no longer wish to have, okay? And I see you here making a decision and taking control of this by week 3, yeah? That you find a way to deal with those persons that are looking over your shoulder onto your personal property to see what you're doing and then to make a nasty comment about it and say, oh, well, that's a bit weird. Why are you doing that? It's because the weird and wonderful is coming towards you at full speed, right? So a decision needs to be made. You need to take control of this situation. You're either in or out, right? And if you're out, it's still going to keep happening, okay? It's just the way it works. But you can choose to completely ignore it, put it down to coincidence, and just leave it at that. I just feel like if you do embrace it, you might come up against the tide and these people saying to you, oh, you're getting a bit weird, right? But weird is where the wonder is. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful to be in those spaces where you're by yourself, you're meditating, and you're asking because you believe the message that you will receive, right? And you do. And then it's magical and it's exciting and it's wonderful, right? Okay, the choice is yours. Taurus. 5 of Swords. The new you looking at the old you and thinking, what on earth am I doing? What happens with this 5 of Swords? An ending. There's gonna be a resolve. There's gonna be an ending. You're either going to embrace this part of you or this part of you. Yeah? So it's going to put an end to it either way. This energy is not going to carry on into September, October. You're going to be focusing on the work that needs to go into this. And I feel like you need some time to think about it, right? Taurus, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it just seems like while this person is resting, the Knight of Swords is appearing in their visions, in their mind's eye, and they can't stop, right? Because it's your time. Yeah, it's your time to receive that information that's coming from goodness knows where. Yeah, okay. But something's going to give. You're going to make a decision. You're either jumping on board with your downloads and researching them more, working harder on them, looking at more information and whatever, or you're saying, no, I'm not. I'm going to go that way, but that decision is going to be made. Let's have a look at your 3 of Swords. What is this? I feel like this is upsetting somebody else's demons. I don't think that's your energy at all. Yeah, but 2 of Swords, you know what that is. That's the blindfold on, decision being made. You've got your 5 of Cups in reverse, 2 other cards flying out. Okay, I've got to cover this card because it's got boobies, right? Okay, so don't make a decision with the blindfold on. Look, even with the blindfold, she's able to see. And I feel like, Taurus, this is what I'm telling you. Even if you choose to ignore it, you're still a seer, right? You still see things. It's not something special. I think everybody can do it. No, I'm going to change that. I know everybody can do it, yeah? Because we're all connected, yeah? So everyone can have the ability to be a seer. But you don't have to if you choose not to, okay? But those downloads will continue. And you will know things before they happen. And you will feel things. And you will get this, you know, when you meet that person. And some people you meet. And you immediately, you're attracted towards them. And they're your cup of tea. Or you say, they're my type of person, right? I could see them being my best friend. I could see myself speaking to them every single day. And then you come along, another person comes along, and all of a sudden, you know, you get that tingle up your spine and you think, oh, yeah, I'm not liking that energy, right? It's not because that person isn't good. It's just that they're not suited to you. But you can see from behind the veil, right? Even if they're nice as pie, you can see. You can see that they're not good news. Not around you anyway. So, the more you invest in this, the more you update your knowledge and look into it, that fear, that loneliness, that sense of alone, being alone, that this only happens to me, why is it all so weird, why is this happening? Those feelings are going to be drifting away. With the choice that you make, there's going to be a whole lot of healing, right? It's Aquarius energy here. it's star power. I feel like this decision whether or not to embrace your spirituality, this is going to be coming to a head at some point, and you're going to choose either or. You are being advised, go with what you love doing. Go with what you think is right, as long as it's not harming anybody, as long as it's not affecting anybody else, but it makes your heart happy, then go with your heart, yeah, not with your mind. Sometimes it's not about what you know, it's about how you feel, right? And this is what's happening here. Right, take what resonates, bin the rest, do what you like, but you've heard it here first. You are getting a spiritual awakening. I am going to now give you an affirmation from the divine that you can use through the month of August to help the days go by easy. And you have flowers, the fleeting beauty. How lovely. Flowers. And what does it say? I will seek out and appreciate beauty wherever I go. So even in hard times, even in what, you have to see the beauty of it. You have to see what you're learning from it. And this will help you, right? If things are hard or whatever, and you're not able to see the niceness or the beauty of it all, call out to the divine and they will show you, okay? I will seek out and appreciate beauty wherever I go. Reaffirm that to yourself as often or as little as you like, and you will start to see the wonder of life. And that's where the excitement comes in, when you see the wonder of life through the eyes of a new person, a child, yeah? That inner child brings that healing. Okay. August is going to be a game changer for you. You're either in or you're out. That decision is up to you. The divine has chosen to tell you what you needed to know. So, also, if I can do anything for you, don't feel funny about sending me an email or leaving a comment. Let's see. This is, you can call it a wish, you can call it a prayer, or if you're woo-woo inclined, then you can call it a spell. But here we go. Look what you're getting. Romance. So if love is on your mind, and I feel like this is what's needed here. Seeing everything through the eyes of love, right? And they also need to see whoever it is that's being argumentative with you and not agreeing with what you're watching, seeing, learning. I feel like that's what's needed, the love, right? So you've got the number 23, that reduces down to 5. Now 5 is the number of change, right? That's what it is. There's no other way to describe it. 5 is about change. And this is about romance, injecting that little bit of love back into these situations, right? And seeing everything through the eyes of love. And when you need that, you can send this message out to the universe, and it says, romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Okay? You can say it as loud as you like. You can sit in a room by yourself, light a candle, whatever your way is, whatever you've learned, whatever makes your heart happy. That's how your divine, your connection, your spirit teams, that's how they're going to connect with you, right? The way you do it. Don't worry about everybody else, right? There's no right way and there's no wrong way. There's only your way, and there's your connection to the divine, right? Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. You will be surrounded by love, right? By inviting it in, yeah? It will cut through all of this opinion and all of this whatever, right? And things will get back into balance with a whole heap of love. Taurus, that was your reading for August. I hope you enjoyed that reading. And I hope it gave you some kind of inclination as to what's been going on, right? If it did resonate, please do like, subscribe, share, and also leave me a comment, right? Let me know that this was your reading, because it's a really strange one. So let me know if this was your reading and claim it, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye.